Welcome back to Wives on the Island. I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Jessica, and today we're going to catch up. We are going to discuss ear piercing for our parent topic, and then we are going to discuss Fruity Pebbles, Whitney on Call Her Daddy, and we're going to wrap it up with our Dancing with the Stars finale thoughts. So I'm super excited about that because I have lots of thoughts. So how was your week? I mean, we had Thanksgiving, so yes. How was your week?
It was good. I feel like I truly have lived 1,000 lives since I last talked to you. Like, since last weekend, right before Thanksgiving, it was break this week for my kids, and it was just a lot. So on Saturday of last week, my husband is like, hey, my coworker asked us to dog sit. And I was like, when? And he's like, Monday. And I go, this Monday, like the week of Thanksgiving? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, till when? He's like, Saturday. I'm like, oh, like basically a week? I was like, are you kidding me? And he's like, yeah. And I go, no, like I did not sign up for this. I barely want to take care of my own dog. I go, I don't want to, I have things to do with the kids. We have plans. It's the break. Like, I have things to do. My mom's club and just things I want to do with them. I have doctor's appointments. I was just like, no. And he's like, well, I can't tell him no, Alyssa. Like, he's watched our dog in the past. He'll, we'll probably ask him when we go away again because it's free. But I mean, I do feel comfortable like paying our friend because it's closer and just I know like our dog's a little more comfortable. But I was like, fine, like whatever. I was like, but you're gonna do it. Like, I'm not walking this dog 4 times a day. Like, you're out of your mind. Like, it's not happening. So I was like, you figure it out. And he was like, okay, yeah, like I'll work from home. She's getting dropped off on Monday. And the thing about men is like, I'm like, okay, what's the dog's name? I don't know. How old is the dog? I don't know. When does it eat? I don't know. When is he gonna drop off the dog? I don't know. I'm like, what do you know? I was like all the, like, and especially the kids. Oh, what's the dog's name? Do you have a picture of the dog? We got a picture. No name, no age, no, is it house trained? I mean, he said it was, but like I didn't know to what extent. And I was like, whatever. So Monday, I'm like, I'm going to the park with the kids. So the dog wasn't here on Monday. I go to the park, I meet my friend, and she's like, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Now, they also moved down from New Jersey. And we knew them up there, and I was like, I'm not doing anything for Thanksgiving. And she's like, why don't you guys come over? And I was like, oh, I would love that, but I have this dog and I don't know how it's going to be, so I will let you know. And just the dog came home. I did ask my husband, I was like, how, like, can we leave the dog here, you think, on Thursday? Go. And he's like, no, the dog's never been left alone for more than 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, okay, so we're not going to Thanksgiving, but I was like, let me see. I mean, their house is a lot bigger than ours, so I was like, let me see if they're willing to come here. I know it's a lack of space, but, and they were, thankfully. But let me tell you, the dog's name is Daisy. What a wonderful dog. I seriously contemplated getting another dog, this specific dog, for when after our dog Portia passes, because my husband and I were like, hard no, but like this one doesn't shed. She was so well behaved.
What kind of dog was it?
It's a Cavapoo, so it's a Cavalier, like King Charles Spaniel.
Charleston Cavalier.
Yeah. It's like the Charlotte's dog, and
right,
and a poodle, so a Cavapoo.
Okay.
It was so cute.
It was adorable. You sent me the picture. It was a very cute dog.
And I thought
it was
cuddly.
A puppy, like a golden retriever poodle, like a golden doodle. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was a puppy.
Oh, no, she was just like so cuddly. And our dog, our dog's almost 14. She's like, I don't have time for you guys. And she's a little bigger than that. So she's not like a lap dog. And this one is. And our dog doesn't like to get picked up. And this one did. It was just like, I felt so bad. My son, after like literally 6 hours in, I like this dog better than Portia. And I was like, oh my God, don't say that about our dog. Yeah. And he's like, well, I like Daisy more because, she like plays. And I'm like, yeah, well, Portia's almost 14 years old. Daisy's 2. Right. So the energy level's a little different. But, and then afterwards, he's like, no, I like Portia better because, it's just what we're used to. And I will say the only thing I wasn't used to is like, our dog would never in a million years even think about like touching table food. 1, because she can't have it, but 2, like she knows she would get a little, snack. So this dog is like, I was trying to like give my daughter, like she didn't want any more dinner. I'm like, take one more bite. And I like picked it up with my hand to put it in her mouth. And this dog just went to go like get it out of my hand, like right out of her mouth. And I was like, no. Yes. That's the only thing I was like, that's annoying because, sometimes...
Well, it's just not trained yet.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
with the snacks, you like bring it in the playroom in a bowl, like this dog would just eat it. And our dog, like,
Right.
I could leave it on the floor and our dog wouldn't touch it. So the dog turned out to be wonderful. I was like, hey, if she wants to stay another night, by all means. And then my husband's coworker was like, no, my family will kill me if I don't pick up this dog. Because, they love their dog too.
They love their dog, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't blame them. I love their dog too. So it was nice. But Thanksgiving was nice. We hosted. We made a turkey. I made mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, green beans. Did I make anything else? They brought corn souffle, cranberry sauce, and I want to maybe something else. I can't remember. But I tried to make, Teeny's mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And it did not turn out.
Didn't come out.
No, and you know what the issue was? I couldn't find frickin' block mozzarella. Have you ever seen mozzarella in a block? It's so hard to find. I looked everywhere, and I know there's two sections, where the wet mozzarella is, and then the other one. Could not find the block. And my husband's like, just buy the wet one. It'll be the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Because it doesn't melt the same.
You should have just got shredded and just popped it in.
No, well, she says, the shredded, it makes it
I know, but it's better than the wet.
Film. You're so right. You're so right.
Yeah.
No, I should have 100% done that. But I will say... we did have...
Did you go to Kroger or Publix? Because they have the specialty cheese one.
Yep, I went to both of them. I went to Kroger, and I had my husband go to Walmart because he just had to go do their... Well, I figured... Well, they actually do. When I looked it up...
They had black cheese?
They had... No, the block cheese. The Great Value. It had a picture of it, so I'm like, they sell it. But, I will say, when I looked it up in Publix, it was, not sold at your, in your area. I'm like, okay. I don't know.
It was just enough Italians.
Literally, I don't know. I was so annoyed. But I will say we ended up buying because my husband bought a turkey for us. And then we found out we were hosting. So we went and bought another turkey. And we ended up only making one turkey. But we didn't have a lot of leftovers. We only had a couple and a couple slices. So my husband made the second turkey last night. And let me tell you, just it came out so much better. And then we had the mac and cheese, and then I put some milk, and then I did actually add a little bit of the shredded mozzarella, and it was so much better. And then everything just tasted so much better with the leftovers.
The second day.
Yeah, it just I don't know, because I fixed everything up the way I wanted it. And then my husband, like I said, the turkey just came out a lot better too. So we had great leftovers. But while we're doing this all this week, the park, the dog, the thing, my daughter still has a runny nose since October 18th. She got sick. She went to the doctor. And then she had a week where the runny nose stopped. And then Halloween, she's technically been sick with a runny nose since Halloween. And I'm like, what the hell?
Is it allergies?
That's what we thought. I truly don't know. So I took her to the doctor in mid-October when that first happened, and she did need a breathing treatment. And then the second time we were going to New Jersey for my brother's wedding, and I'm like, hey, I'm about to travel. Let me just make sure no ear infections or anything. They looked at her no, everything's good. I was like, okay. And Friday, I was just she's sneezing all week, and I felt so bad. I was like, listen, I've taken her to the doctor. She's just had a runny nose because our friends who came over, they have 4 kids, and I was like, I don't know what it is. She's not sick. It's just a runny nose. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I don't know. But Friday, she just didn't seem right. So I took her to the doctor in the morning, and I'm like, what is wrong? She's been sick since mid-October. And they're like, okay, let me look at her lungs. Good. Chest, good. Throat, good. Ears, good. Nose, good. And I'm like, okay, why is she like this? And then they're like, maybe it's just a cold, and with her immune system being low, she just can't catch up. So we got antibiotics for her, and they're going to treat her, they treat her for a sinus infection. Just let me tell you,
she's fine. What
a difference. Yes, what a difference the past 24 hours. I'm so grateful for the antibiotics. Finally, she feels better and is there's not snot everywhere with her. So, and I truly felt so bad because she just looked so miserable on Friday. And it's so funny because I just When my son's sick, my husband's like, I can't deal with this. He feels so bad. But when my daughter's sick, that's how I feel. And I started crying. And my husband's like, what's wrong? And I was like, I just hate seeing her so miserable. It's like, I don't know what's wrong. Nothing's wrong, right? But she's sick.
Right.
And then my son comes over and he's like, what's wrong, Mommy? Why are you crying? And I was like, I'm just sad because she's sick. And he just looks at me and he goes, oh, that's life. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And just carried on. And he did give me a good laugh. He snapped me out of my crying fit. So like, thank you to my very logical little Virgo, But I'm happy that, the antibiotics helped. But since she was at the doctor, I was like, hey, can I bring I'm not going to give her flu shot because she's sick, but can I bring my son? I literally live 3 minutes away. They're like, yeah, bring him in now. So I bring him in. And every year, for the third year in a row, he has a reaction. And his leg is swollen. And it's all red and hot and this. And I felt so bad because he's like limping. He's like, we're like, okay, come on down. Like, in the morning. And he's like, okay, ow, I can't move my leg. Like the first morning, he was like, I can't move my leg. And yeah, so it's starting to get a little better, but it just gives me the heebie-jeebies looking at it. It's all red and it's like double the size. I'll have to send you a picture. Insane. Other than that, I'm glad Thanksgiving is over because, it's like food-wise, it's not my favorite other than pumpkin pie. But yeah, we put our Christmas tree up and we put our kids' Christmas tree up upstairs. All the Christmas stuff is out and I'm so excited for the holidays. Yes, and I literally hear my husband, he does the garland around my railings every year and he did it. And he messed up. And then he was like, I have to redo it. He goes, this is like, I literally hate this, but I have to do it now because I messed it up. So Jessica, he does it all again. He plugs it in and they don't work. The lights don't work. So I was like, listen, I was like, I know you hate doing this. It's totally fine. It could just be for looks this year. Like, I don't need the lights. Like, I know it's a lot. Like, don't worry about it. And he's like, messing around with it. And I'm like, what are you doing? Just leave it. Like, don't worry about it. And he's like, no, it's going to irritate me. And I'm like, coming from you, who literally hates doing this. And I'm like, seriously, stop wasting your time. Let's just get our tree up because our tree is 9 feet. So it's like, let's get the tree up first. And then like, you could worry about this. But honestly, like I'm totally fine with just leaving it for looks. And usually I'm like, no, everything has to be perfect, right?
Right.
Tell me why he goes to Home Depot. Because he had to buy something and he got a whole new garland pre-lit. And he's doing them right now for me. And it's so funny. We got a coffee bar and I was like, oh my God, I know. And I was like, oh my God, have you seen those, like the garland that like people put over their, like these windows like we have? And he goes, yeah. I go, should we get it? He goes, I knew you were going to say that. And he was like, I don't know. He came home with it from Home Depot. So
sweet.
Yeah, he got them for me. Yeah. So, I just love it. There's so many, when it comes to Christmas, there's just so many things that are so nostalgic for me and like for my family and my grandma who passed like 3 weeks before my son was born. And it's so cute because she saved so much from like my childhood. Like today we put ornaments on the tree and it was like baby's first Christmas 1994, and I got to tell my kids like this was my first Christmas ornament just like you guys have yours, or I have an ornament, a little right? And I have a little ornament for my pre-K graduation. It's a little like a clothespin Rudolph, and it says 1999 on the side.
That's funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, I'll have to send you a picture. Yeah, so I just love this time of year. But
I know.
Sorry I ranted for 15 minutes, but I told you I lived 1,000 lives since
you did
I last talked to you.
I know.
Yeah, so how was your Thanksgiving and your week?
Mine was pretty good. I worked up until Wednesday. I actually went into the office, which was good because my husband and my kids cooked. They prepped, they had everything cooked, and that way all we had had everything prepped so that on Thanksgiving it was just put in the oven. So that was good. I didn't have to do any of that, which, I was happy about. I don't want to have to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And then we don't make our turkey. We do a deep fried turkey, and we got it from some meat market somewhere.
Oh, you don't get it from Bojangles anymore?
No, they don't do it anymore. Bojangles was our favorite. Oh. And then for a while, it's so sad, but for a while it was like we did the turkey from Bojangles and Bojangles stopped and we were like, okay. And Popeyes was like, we have a turkey. We've fried turkeys for years, right? And we bought, we had an outside fryer, then we had the on-the-counter fryer, but it's just so much oil and your house smells like fry and it's gross. So we were like, let's just buy it. So then we did Popeyes, And then Popeyes was, we didn't like it. It was like a Cajun turkey. We weren't really thrilled with that. Then we tried Copeland's.
Okay, yeah.
Like one year I drove to Copeland's in Marietta. I drove there to pick it up. I didn't like it. So then we just did fried chicken for a couple of Thanksgivings. I was like, there were fried chicken places. We did a Bojangles once, and then there was this, it's like an Asian fried chicken place. It's called BBQ Chicken. And
okay.
we did that, and that was good.
But you guys do
and
ham too, right?
Yeah. My
do you
husband
make
and
the
kids
ham?
like ham. Yeah.
Okay.
We make the ham. Yeah. My husband and my kids like ham. I don't. I'm the only one that eats turkey, so I feel really bad that we have to do that, which is why I was like, just get the fried chicken because,
yeah,
we don't need the turkey. So, yeah, so that's what we did. I picked up the turkey, and then, like I said, we watched the Macy's Day Parade on Thursday, which was good. A lot of people complained about it. They were like, Busta Rhymes and Shaggy were not family appropriate, and I was like, get out of here.
Oh my God. No.
I know.
I thought it was good, actually.
I thought it was great. I loved it.
Other than the fact that I know you and I talked about it, they need to, like, show more of the floats. Like,
yes.
I understand. Yeah. I love the performances, but then it's like, I'm literally to my son, I'm like, oh my God, look at Pikachu, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Or you're like, oh my
Somebody
God, that's
said
already
on YouTube,
gone.
They have that on YouTube. You could watch the whole thing, and like you could watch them go down. So, yeah, and I was like, but then do you get the performances? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need all the performances, but I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so that was pretty much it. But good, exciting news that we found out on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to be an aunt again.
Oh.
To a little baby boy.
No! Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
My gosh.
So congratulations to my brother and his wife. So yay! The baby's due
so exciting.
In May. So she's like,
oh my gosh.
They make their babies in May, I guess.
Yeah.
My niece is born in May as well. She was born on May 16th. So.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah. And it's funny. I just found out a couple people that I know are pregnant too, and they're both having boys.
And that's what it was funny because when they told us a couple weeks ago, but I wasn't allowed to say anything. But they didn't have the gender yet, or they did, and they were going to announce the gender at Thanksgiving. I think is what it was. Kids were like, "Oh, it's a girl. It's a girl," and I was like, "Everybody I know that's pregnant this year is having boys. Like, I don't know anybody who's having a girl. All the pregnant people at work are having boys. So I was like, it's probably a boy." So on Thanksgiving, they sent us like this thing, and they were like, "Guess what it is?" And then I talked to my parents, and I was like.
What did they think it was?
My dad was hoping for a boy. My dad was really hoping for a boy because we're all girls. Yeah. So, he wants that last name, I think. But he was like, I'd be happy either way. My dad's like, I don't care. My mom didn't care either. Sorry, my daughter just texts me. She's home and she's got the car and she's like, the car's going to need gas tomorrow morning. Thanks, because now I have to drive to work with no gas. So, okay, thank you. So yeah, that is a good thing. My daughter came home. I picked her up. I picked her up on Monday morning with like, this girl had like 6 bags of stuff that I had to go up to her room and help her bring down. One was just dirty laundry. 2 were dirty laundry.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I would say the second one was like big things. Like she wanted to wash her blanket. Like, you know what I mean? Like things that she doesn't want to wash at the school. But then it was just this massive bag of, she's like, I did 4 loads before I left. And I was like, where'd you get all these clothes? Like, I don't understand how. So we did that. And then she had like her architecture stuff because she's still working over the thing. And then she worked. So I haven't seen her much. Like I saw her a lot, but her and my youngest daughter have been like inseparable. So
I'm sure.
Yeah, because my youngest missed her so much, and I've seen her since. So it was like, but she got to work, and she was excited about that, and she went and saw her friends yesterday. So that was exciting. But yeah, so that was pretty much like the excitement of this week. I did do all of her laundry on Saturday.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I like folded it.
I was going to say, you probably enjoyed it.
I did. I loved it. She went to the work, and I was like, don't worry, I got you. I said, just bring it upstairs, and I'll wash everything for you.
Oh my gosh.
And it was just nice. It was nice having, like, both of them home and, like, listening to them. Like, I think on Saturday, Saturday, I think my husband went out. I was upstairs cleaning, and I just hear them, like, laughing and giggling, and I was like, oh, Oh, I love that. So I know she'll be home in like 3 weeks. So
Yeah,
I'm okay.
literally.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Literally, yeah.
So yeah, and so I was like, okay, well, it'll be nice. But it was nice to have her here, and like I said, I'm gonna have a nephew. He won't name it after Derek Jeter. So I didn't get a son, so I couldn't do that. But he won't do that.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So
do you think he'll carry his name down and like be a second? Like, does your family do that or no?
No. It's funny. My dad is not a second, but my dad has the same name as my grandfather. He just has, my grandfather had a middle name. My dad doesn't. So like isn't that weird? So
that's
like
how,
they have the same
that's
name.
exactly how my dad and my grandpa are too, but my dad considers himself a second and my brother's a third. Yeah, even though like my technically, if we want to get like middle name wise, my brother's a second and my dad's a first, but because they just continued it, my grandpa does have an initial, but they just they just continued it. So if my brother has a son, he will have a fourth.
So so my husband is a junior, and if we had a son. Yeah, and so part of me was a little bit happy that we did it because he doesn't
love his name.
He doesn't like. I don't mind his first name because but his middle name, he doesn't like his middle name. So I was like, why would you give it to your child if you don't like it? Yeah, so he didn't want. Yeah, I when we were dating, I had to like break into his wallet to find out his middle name because he wouldn't share it with me. So I was like, no. But so we didn't have boys. So then I was like, I sent my brother baby names. Before I knew what it was, I was sending him baby names because his daughter has my middle name as her middle name. So I was like, well, if you have another girl, you don't want her to feel left out that she doesn't have a piece of me.
Yeah, so
in
Jessica
her name.
for a middle name.
Jessica but then I was like, Jessica doesn't go with anything, so they named
that's the name.
Right, they named my daughter after their daughter after a singer. I won't say her name, but they named her after a singer that my brother liked. So I was like, well, if you're doing singers, I was like, it could be Jessica for Jessica Simpson, and then the middle name could be Taylor for Taylor Swift, and then and then she had, and my brother was like, no, thank you, and I was like, okay, well, it was just.
Are they going to tell you the name or no?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
They didn't remember. They didn't tell us the name.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like 2 hours after she was born is when we found out her name. So,
I'm like the total opposite when it comes to that. Like I had all customized stuff. My family knew. My friends got me customized stuff for like both of my kids.
Yeah.
Before, I don't know, especially with my daughter, I was very set on what I was naming her, like before I even got pregnant with her. Like that was her name since I was a sophomore in high school, and then with my son I went back and forth a little bit, but
you went back and forth quite a bit with your son.
Yeah, he had a bunch of names. I won't say it, but like
right.
I really wanted Christopher, but our last name is like way too long for like a long first name. And then we were thinking about Dimitri. We were thinking about Miles. If my daughter was a boy, her name would have been Miles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but we were very like back and forth with it. But then once we like heard his name, we were like, okay, that's it.
That's it.
But before that, we were like, before we got
you
there,
you guys were a lot.
Yeah,
I remember
we tried
that.
we tried to do an A and an M name for me and my husband. But it was, it's a big thing naming a child. It's like
it's so hard.
It's like
so hard to name a child.
Like you think of like a little baby and you're like, I'm gonna name her Birdie, and it's so cute. But then you have a 35-year-old named Birdie.
Right.
It's just like
no judgment to anybody who's named.
No judgment who anybody's named Birdie.
But when they're adults, but it's the same as like you name your child Ruth, and she's a 3-year-old Ruth, and it's like
a Barbara, Susan,
right? That's
which I know somebody named Susan, but
right.
Yeah,
but they're older, like they're adults. It's just hard. It is hard. They probably won't tell us. My brother did say they've like narrowed it down, and I was like, okay, but I don't want to. Because what I did tell them was don't use my middle name because everybody has it. Yeah. And it's like, it's very unoriginal. And then when they put out her name, I was like, oh, now I feel bad. So now I won't do that with boys because I have a name that I don't want it to be, but I won't say it out loud.
Oh my God, because I don't know.
So no, I'm super excited about that. So that was That's like really the highlight of because what they did was for my parents, they went over, my brother went over to their house and he did like a little gender reveal cookie for them. So like the inside was blue, and my dad was like super excited. But it was so funny because when we were talking to my parents, my daughter's like, I was like, so when is he going to tell us what the baby is? And they were like, oh, we know. So my dad was like, blink twice if it's a girl.
Oh my gosh.
And my mom was like, no. Because my mom is like a steel trap. My mom is a steel trap. She will, you could tell my mom anything and she will never say it out loud. My dad is a little bit more like me. I can hold it if it's something serious. Like if it's like, if you're telling me like deep down drama or life issues, I will hold it. But like things like it's a baby, it's a boy, it's a girl.
Yeah.
I can't, like that's.
I understand.
Like it's excitement and I can't. So I was like, wait until Granddad gets in the video and then we'll ask him and he'll blink. And so my dad was like, Granddad, is it a boy or girl? Blink twice if it's a girl. And my dad was like, I'm not saying anything. So my older daughter texted my brother and she's like, so are you going to tell us like what it is everybody knows but us? And so he sent us the picture of the cookie and I was like, oh, thank God. Because like I have to say this, like I have girls, I have a niece. I am super excited to have a nephew. Like I don't know why, but it's just it's the boy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So super exciting, you know.
Yeah. I'm so happy for you. That's so exciting to have a baby and a family. And like, don't you like, I don't know, like when it comes to like those things, like a gender reveal, sometimes I'm like, I miss that feeling, that excitement. Because like you did my gender reveal for my daughter.
I did.
You know, I gave you my login and you ordered my balloon for me and we did that. And like, it's just like, I never did it for anybody. And, you know, I never had like a super close, I will say when my sister-in-law was pregnant, but that was like in 2014. And like, to be honest, like I didn't even know if she was going to be my sister-in-law one day, you know, like at that time I was only with my husband for a year or so when she was pregnant with, my nephew. And then she already had my niece, but I remember like she did a balloon too. And, it was a boy and they were really happy about it. But I was like, at the time, I was like, oh, okay, my boyfriend's getting a nephew. Like, it didn't really like mean the same. I mean, now I love them so much, but like, it's different, you know. So I'm like, can't wait for my brother to have a baby, or like, I'm just so
exciting.
And I'm so excited. Like, I don't even like realistically, I don't even know your brother or sister-in-law, but I'm so excited to like find out the name. Like I'm super excited.
I can't wait.
It's like
now it's May. Now I have to wait until May and the end.
Like,
of
will
May.
he look like your niece? You know, like it's this.
That's so my younger one is that's like she's like you think she'll look like what do you think the baby will look like? And I'm like I don't know. I never think about that. I mean, first of all, they come out. I think babies come out hideous. They're all like. And,
I don't know, Jess. My son was pretty gorgeous when he came out. My daughter was
so I have to say this.
But
I'm going to say this, and my brother knows, and I hope his wife isn't offended, but I had never seen a baby that actually came out of the birth canal. Because, like, I had C-sections, you had C-sections. Yeah. So I've never, and a lot of people I know have had C-sections. So when they have C-sections, they have this perfect head. And I remember there was one picture that my brother had sent, and he was like holding the baby, and she looked like a cone head, like the hat was off. And I was like, oh my God. I texted my mom and I was like, oh, is her head supposed to look like that? And my mom was like, yes, because she comes out of the birth canal.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I was so horrified. Yeah. And she still had the cutest little face, but the head just like, it was this, and my mom was like, that's why they put hats on babies, because it could be jarring to people who don't know. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, how sad is that? I've never seen a baby that actually came out of the birth canal, or if I have, I'd seen them not like right after birth, you know what I mean? So that was freaked me out. So, but yeah, no, I never think about what they'll look like. I'm just super excited.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this because I said it again and I don't want to sound like I'm rude. I do have a nephew on my husband's side.
Yeah,
so I'm excited about having a nephew, brother, like on our side. Like that's what I meant by this. Yes, I just want to put that out there so I don't sound horrible. But I do have a nephew and I do love him. But but I'm talking about like my
but like let's be real. It's always a little different when it's your blood of a niece or nephew. 100%, because it's just like it's just different. It's just different.
It is. So, I'm just super excited. So so that was pretty much. That's pretty much it for my ketchup. That's all. Oh, I did. I don't know if you could see it. Like I split my lip.
Okay,
like right
but
here.
Wait,
my lips have been chapped.
Give us your bump update. You got your bump removed.
Girl, let me show you, because it is, I don't know if you're going to be able to, I did get my lump removed. I've totally forgot about that. It happened, because we haven't talked in like weeks. It happened last Friday. So you could see that it's bruised.
Yeah.
Right? That's not even where the cut is. It's just a bruise.
Oh my God, now, Jessica. Hold on.
So that's where...
Oh my God, Jessica, if you guys are watching this...
Better.
Oh.
It looks 10 times better. But it's bruised. It's pretty bruised. But it doesn't hurt where the bruise is, which is shocking. So yeah, I got it taken out... Last Friday, yeah. And I have to say I was a trooper. I kind of wish that they put me under for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the guy did it. And let me tell you, I had the best surgeon. Like, he was so sweet. He did it in the room. He had like a resident with him. So I was like, ooh, Grey's Anatomy. We have teaching students, right? So the kid looked sweet. He looked 12, which kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like, oh. But then he was talking about things, and I was like, oh, okay, he knows things. But the doctor came in, and he was like, do you have any radio station preferences? And I was like, no. I was like, whatever you want to listen to. He's like, okay. I think he put on like soft rock or something like that. But you know me, I knew all the songs. So I was like singing. And he was like, I'm going to put the lidocaine in. And I was like, okay. Alyssa, he took out this needle. And I swear to God, the thickness of the needle was so... And I'm thinking to myself, sir, you're not sticking that inside of me. But it wasn't. It was so that he could get it in the medicine so that he could pull it out. And then he replaced it with like a needle top that was thinner. And because I was like, sir, that is not... I was like, we're going to have to stop right now.
Can I just interrupt you? Have you gotten the flu shot? You get the flu shot, right? Oh, you don't? Okay, those needles are kind of big. And when I brought my son, she went to like put it in and he looked at it. I go, no, look at mommy. And he's like, no, I want to look at it. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, okay. And then he was like, ow. But he didn't cry or anything. But I thought it was so funny because he was like, no, I want to look at it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but it was like thick. Like it was like thick. And I was like, you're not sticking that in me. And he was like, no,
said something?
Yeah, because I was scared. I was like, we're gonna have to stop right now. You're gonna have to put me under if that's going inside me. It's like, that's all I was thinking. And he was like, no, this is to get it out of the syringe. Like, you have to get it out of the medicine. And he was like, so then I get it out. And then he goes, and then I put the top on. And I was like, okay. So he did it. He was like, how do you feel? And I was like, fine. And he started cutting. And I was like, okay. And then he started like digging around, which is why I'm bruised. Digging around. And I was like, okay, I feel that. And he was like, you feel pressure? And I was like, no, I feel pain. It feels like you're like... It burns a little bit. And he's like, okay. So then he like sticks the lidocaine in there and he puts it in deeper. And he's like tugging and he's like, oh, this thing doesn't want to come out. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. And I'm trying to, because you know me, he was wearing glasses. So I was like trying to watch in the glasses because the way that they had me propped up, I couldn't see. Like, because I couldn't see, like, what was happening. He had, like, a thing over here, a drape.
Yeah, drape.
And so I was, like, I kept trying to, like, watch because I wanted to see, like, what he was doing. And then the resident had glasses on, too. So every time I'd, like, try to peek at him. But then I didn't want him to think I was, like, staring at him.
Oh, my gosh.
So I didn't look too much at him. So then Alyssa, they told me it was going to take about 25 to 30 minutes is what they told. It took, like, 45 minutes because it was so far down. They had to get it off it was on my muscle. So they had to get it off the muscle. But it didn't hurt. Like, he just kept going deeper and deeper with the lidocaine. And I was like, okay. And the lady was like, you're going to bruise. Because there was a lot of tugging and pulling. And I was like, okay. I'm really shocked that I'm still bruised. Because like I said, because what they did is they sew you up. And I got to watch him sew me up, which I thought was pretty cool. I could see it in his glasses. That was pretty cool. And then he put, like, the liquid skin on, like, the glue on you. And he was like, that'll come off. All the glue has come off. Like, the glue is off and everything's fine. There's, like, no openings or anything. I just have to wait for the stitches to dissolve, and they're on the inside, so it's not a big deal. So it's just going to be, like, a small scar. But the issue is that I still have the bruising, so...
Yeah.
I don't know how long that'll last.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't too bad, but that
and,
story
and when he pulled it out, it was this long.
Oh, my God. How wide was it?
It was like, it looked like a little fat caterpillar. It was like, wait. And it was like... Yeah, it was like fatty. It was like fat. Yeah. It was like yellowish red. And he pulled it out and he was like, you want to see? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, we have to get it tested. I was like, oh, okay. So he like dangled it and I was like, oh, it looks like a slug. Ew. And the resident just kind of looked at me and I was like, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me.
Did you get the results back yet or no, because of the break?
Probably because of the break, I haven't gotten it back yet. So I'm hoping sometime this week. Yeah. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
They said it was a fatty tumor. So I'm not worried about it. But yeah, it was so funny. But yeah, it was like,
That's gross.
And then I went to, like, I've been running. Like the first 2 days hurt. So, like, she told me I could run. I was like, can I run? She was like, you can't do like lift weights or anything like that because you don't want to pop the stitches. And I was like, oh, okay, can I run? And she was like, yeah. It hurt. My arm hurt so bad. I just walked a lot because I was like, it was like, when I went like that, it felt like it, like, because my muscle moved, I guess.
And just like the momentum of her, of like jiggling, like her whole body's bouncing, you know, I'm sure just that movement. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I know, you're not a fan. See, if I wasn't a hypochondriac, I would have been a doctor or a nurse because I think doing that kind of stuff is awesome.
I like to watch that stuff, but not like on me. Like maybe like
I wish I could.
I wish like I would want to see it. Like I would want to see what it looked like after, but I don't want to see him sewing me up. I don't want to see him.
I wanted to watch my C-section. I wanted to see that.
Oh my God, no, I would have passed out.
I did. I wanted to see that. Like,
you know what's funny is I went to school to be a nurse.
Did you?
Yes, for a semester. Can you imagine? No.
Yeah. See, I wish I could. If I would, like I said, if I didn't think I'd get every disease that was out there,
Hold on. Thank you so much. You're the best. You put honey in it. Okay. Love you. Bye. Thank you.
Love you.
Tea.
Oh, he can't hear me because I'm on your earphones.
Yeah. Ooh. Good. Okay. Also, really quick, I kind of got the bug finally. It's like I just like I'm super congested and a little bit of like my throat, just a little bit, not so much anymore, but like a tea. Be careful with the throat
because they said there's like a throat sickness going on.
Yeah, no, it's much better now. I think it was just post-nasal drip because I was just so congested. Like I have like a deviated septum, and the other day I was just so congested and I literally had to hold my one nostril open just to breathe, to fall back asleep.
Sucks.
It was horrible.
That's the worst.
Yeah, but I'm glad you gave us that lump update. I almost forgot, but I got you.
I know, me too. I totally forgot about it. And the downside is now it itches because it's healing. Because I scratch all the time. And I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So let's move on. So let's talk about ear piercing. I know that you told me this is controversial. I don't know. I didn't think it was, but then I thought about it, and I think I definitely have heard different comments about it. So ear piercing. We both have girls. What is your thought process on getting the ears pierced? I mean, I know, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, of course. So with ear piercing, I feel like for me, it's like a cultural thing. And then the Hispanic and Italian culture, we just pierce our daughter's ears early as you can, like as long as it's safe, like couple months old. I would have gotten my daughter's ears pierced at like 6 months, but she had the doc band, like the helmet, to reshape her head just because she was positioned weird in my belly. So I didn't want to like add to it. But she was about like 9 months old when I got them done, and I didn't even like think twice about it. And it's funny because my husband felt so bad. He was like, is this gonna hurt her? And I was like, yeah, it'll probably hurt a little bit. And he's like, then why are we doing it? I was like, because it's gonna hurt a lot more, come a couple years, and it's gonna irritate her. But she got them done, didn't even she cried, and then literally 15 minutes later she was done. But the reason this is controversial, because a lot of pediatricians' stances and other people's stances are that you should wait to pierce your daughter's ears until they're able to give you consent that they want their ears pierced. For me, that's just not how we do things over here. And I know a lot of, like I said, Hispanic, possibly Italian, the Jersey, the tri-state area usually doesn't do that. But I have now meeting a lot of other moms that have daughters down here. A lot of them do not have their ears pierced. Now I'm never why don't you have your daughter's ears pierced? Because I don't really care, it's not my kid. But it is an interesting thing to see, because growing up, everybody had their ears pierced. There was not in school, we all had earrings, we all had our hoops on, whether they were little in second grade or big when you're in middle school and whatnot. So I didn't even think twice about it. But what about your daughters? When did they get their ears pierced?
3 months. Yeah. Once they had their first round of shots, I did theirs. Ours is cultural too, Italian and Cape Verdean. So I'm pretty sure. I think my youngest 6 months, and that was only because I was just lazy. I was like, oh. I'll get them. And then I did them right before her 6 month, because we did 6 month pictures with my kids, like their 6 month pictures.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, they need to get done before her 6 month pictures. So I got them done like right before her pictures, but it would have been three months is when I did it, because like you said, when it's cultural too, that's how people know they're a girl.
True.
I mean, that's how I looked at it, as, now they know. Except with my first daughter, because her carrier case was blue, they'd be like, what a cute little boy. And she'd have purple on and earrings. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, whatever. But yeah, no, I don't think, it's not that I don't agree. I mean, I get, you do you? Because I'm going to be honest, I was thinking about it. I don't know that my niece's ears are pierced.
Mm.
So they might be waiting for consent. I think I did it because, like, it was done to me. I mean, I was an infant when my ears were pierced, and we just continued it. But the other thing is it hurts. Like, when you get older, like, you're aware of the pain, whereas the babies, it hurts, and then it passes, and then they don't think about it.
Yeah.
And I always look at it as
much.
They don't. They won't
Because
touch it. It's not
like,
getting in the way. They're not playing outside and sweating and stuff like they're babies. They don't do anything.
Yeah. And it's like they don't even, it's just like a part of their body. So like even when they're older, it's not something they could touch with their dirty fingers, because it's just like, it's nothing new to them. And as they get older, I feel like, they could just touch it and play with it. And it's just, I don't know.
And I have to say, I'm a fan of piercings, because I look at it as, okay, if your kid doesn't want it, guess what? They don't have to wear their earrings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, holes close. I don't know that, I wear earrings a lot more now, but I probably went through like 10 years of not wearing earrings. I have sensitive skin, so if it's not a certain kind of earring, I can't, I break out in a rash, so I just stopped wearing them for a while. My holes never closed. I got a second piercing, those closed, but I always look at it as your holes can close, and if you want them redone, you can. If you don't want to wear earrings, you don't have to. Like, it's the options there to do that, but I've just never thought about not piercing their ears.
I agree. Yeah, I always, my ears were pierced when I was a baby too, and then I remember I was in high school. I really wanted my second hole done. And my parents, they were like, I think it was a gift one year for, my confirmation or something. They were like, fine, you could do it. And I remember I was, when I tell you, Jess, I begged them, and then I finally got it. I never wear earrings in my second hole, only in my first one. So, it's just, I'm glad that at least I didn't have to worry about, the first hole as, growing up. It was always just there. But I guess in the area I grew up too, everybody had it. It's not like somebody didn't have it. So yeah, I'm just curious,
yeah. I mean, why? I do think now, going back, I would still do it at a young age. I would probably not take them to Claire's. I took my kids to Claire's to do it, or piercing pagoda. One of them was piercing pagoda. I did mine at pagoda,
yeah. Not for my daughter, but for me. I remember my second hole was at pagoda.
But I probably would go to an actual piercer to do it. I probably would have done it professionally now.
Yeah, they say go to the tattoo shop. That's what they say.
But I mean, then it wasn't a big deal. And then the other thing is, my daughter, she pierced her second and third hole herself. Okay. Her best friend did her second hole with a piercing gun, because apparently now you can buy them. So she bought her, and she did her. And then I think over the summer, right before school, my daughter just stuck the piercing thing through her ear for her third hole. And I was like, it got infected. I had to clean it out because she had a little lymph node under here. And I was like, And I was like, yeah, because it got infected. So we had to clean it out. But it's fine now. She's got 3 holes. And I was like, again, I'd rather I told her, though, don't go any further up. Yeah. Unless you want to go to, if you want to go further up, I will take you to an ear piercing person, because I don't want you, messing up your cartilage or doing anything like that. If you want more. Because, again, I'm a fan of, at her age, I'd rather her want piercings than tattoos. Because, again, piercings, they can close. They can close. My tongue was pierced for a while. It's closed.
Yeah.
I never had my belly button pierced because I was too chunky. But my youngest wants her belly button pierced. I was like, please don't do that. We'll go to a place if you want to do that. We can do that. I won't take her right away, though. She could be 18 when she gets her belly button pierced. But I tried to explain to her that belly button piercings aren't cute once you're pregnant. When you're pregnant. Yeah. Yeah. It's just not it's very weird looking. But, I was like, shoot, if you want all your ears, I don't care, because I look at it as you can do that kind of stuff when you're a kid. And, they can close, but if she wants tattoos, she wants, a lot of tattoos. And
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if she turns 18 and leaves out, I don't mind. You get all, but she's like, I want a spine tattoo. I want one behind my ear. I want
your youngest.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She has like a list of tattoos that she wants, and I was like,
Oh
she's like, we could get matching tattoos. And I was like, I'll get a matching tattoo with you, but it's not going to be a spine tattoo. I'm not going to get a spine tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. We will get a small tattoo.
Yeah. Wow. No.
But yeah, so
Crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that I would love to hear why people aren't piercing their kids at a young age. Is it consent? I think the consent thing is weird to me. I mean, I know kids should have bodily autonomy, but I just feel like, where did that come from? Was somebody upset that their mom got their ears pierced as a baby? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know.
I look at it as something harmless. You know what I mean? It's not like you didn't tattoo your 2-year-old, you know?
Yeah, because technically it's really not permanent, you know?
Right.
So, yeah. But if you decided to not pierce your child's ear, please let us know why. Was it due to, like, consent or just not something of you just wanted to leave it up to them? But yeah, let us know.
Okay, so let's quickly move on to
Fruity Pebbles really quick.
Fruity Pebbles. Were you shocked when you found out what it was?
Jessica, that was the last thing I genuinely thought it was. Okay, so let's do a little background. So back in season 1 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Whitney gifts Demi this huge box of Fruity Pebbles, and everybody's like, what's going on? And there was some sexual thing that happened, but we never were told
between
what.
Debbie and her husband and something. I just assumed that he was saying that when he went down on her, she tasted like Fruity Pebbles. Yes. Like I thought maybe she used a lube or something like that. Like that in my mind,
eating it out of her, that or something.
I did think that too, but then I was like, that sounds like a yeast infection waiting to happen. So I was really hoping that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what Jessie spilled the beans on.
Yeah. So Jessie went on her Instagram story and said that Fruity Pebbles actually is that, and I love that she called him Grandpa Brett. Grandpa Brett likes to drink Demi's pee and gulps it down like dirty soda.
And it tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
Like Fruity Pebbles.
My first thought was, she has diabetes.
Everybody's saying that. Everybody's like, Demi, please go get your blood sugar.
I don't think it's supposed to be sweet. Not that I've ever tasted pee before, but I just, in my mind, it shouldn't.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Like,
sugar and pee is definitely like a sign of diabetes. Obviously, I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, and my doctor was like, "What did you have for breakfast?" And I was like, "Pancakes with syrup." And she's like, "Yeah, don't do that again, especially before like coming here, because there was like sugar in your pee, basically, and you know that's the problem." But yeah, I'm telling you, Jessica, that was like the last thing on my mind.
It wasn't even on my mind. It wasn't even like that.
So true.
That wasn't anything. Pee never once crossed my mind. Like it was just never. But then I think the thing that shocked me the most was, did you see her post where she brought Fruity Pebbles to his children?
Yes.
That's gross.
So
that was
my
gross.
thing. My thing is that so Jessie says this, and then Demi posts a story saying like something that was done between a private moment between my husband and I in our marriage, and so like
a one-time moment. She said,
"Girl, why would you even confirm it? Why?"
Right.
Why would you confirm it? Because she's like, Jessie's trying to deflect and move the situation to me instead of what's going on with Marciano, because Marciano apparently is going to sue her. And apparently she said some crazy things about his father, who is no longer here, which is crazy. Like, she is just digging a hole. Like, I'm so curious how this, and I really hope that Hulu does not give her a platform.
Well, I think she'll be in season 4 or 4, but I think after 4, I don't think she will be.
And she should have.
There's no way they could keep her. There's no way they keep her.
I mean, keep her on for season 4 because it's already done, and I don't even know if we talked about that. Season 4 is coming out the beginning of next year, which thank you. I'm so excited.
But and actually, in 2 days, the
reunion
interview comes up. The reunion, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just like, it's just crazy, the back and forth. And then, yeah, she's like, oh, this is like, kind of like Jessie shouldn't have said anything, but then she's continuing to make a joke out of it with her stepsons. It's so nasty. Like, it's
weird.
It gives me the ick. But
and, like, the fact that her stepsons would even agree to be in it, like.
I totally
now
agree.
You know your dad drinks pee. Like, that's weird. I don't know. So that was the quickness. Now let's move on to Whitney and call her daddy.
Yes. So obviously
Did
they
you watch
weren't
the
in
interview?
I listened to it.
Did you? Oh, you listened
And
to it. Okay, what did you think of it?
why is it that I don't like Whitney on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but I love her TikToks. I love her interviews. I love her everywhere else. I'm telling you, she has to be getting a bad cut. Because that interview, I was like, I love Whitney again. It's like, she
See,
is
I've
so
always
like,
loved Whitney.
I
I've
do.
always loved her.
I will say season 1 I didn't really love her. Season 2 she was getting me back, and then season 3 I think if Whitney let go of Demi, I would have been 100% on her, even though I didn't love that she was coming back, like, for the wrong reasons.
Right.
But yeah, I really, really like her, and what she was saying, I do kind of get it a little more now with the coming back and saying that she was only coming back for Dance with the Stars. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't really care. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I do feel bad for her. I just feel like it's crazy because then at the end of the interview, Mark Ballas does join, and the hate that people are giving them, and even
Right.
Mark, who's a beloved professional, like pro dancer on this show, is getting like, oh, favoritism and this. And he read one of these messages that he got from somebody, and it was disgusting. It is
Yes.
amazing to me that people talk to people they don't know like this. It's disgusting.
Well, my thing is do we need to give death threats over a dance show?
A celebrity
that is-
reality dance show.
That is crazy. Like a
Yeah.
dance show.
It's
Like,
crazy.
So, yeah, no, I was
Yeah.
not. I was, like I said, I love Whitney. I didn't like her that much first season, but I did like her the second and the third. Oh, I did see, I don't know if you saw this because I'm a Weight Watchers follower.
She does.
She is now the spokesperson for Weight Watchers.
Yes, I did see that.
I was like, you go, girl. I love that.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy for her. And my thing is like, and she booked a movie role and stuff like that. And like, now I'm like, maybe she was just, playing. She is so likable. She was just playing the cards right from like, I feel like she should have stuck in there a little longer. But I mean, like, look at Ariana Madix. She was on that show for 11, like, okay, not 11, not her full 11, but let's say like 9 seasons. She was on Vanderpump Rules, and then she got Dancing with the Stars, and then she got Chicago, and she's on a scripted role, a TV show now.
Yeah, she's been on a few. I saw her on Will Trent the last season.
Yeah, she's been on a couple of things, so I'm like, she could have followed that path if she stuck it out a little longer.
But I mean, she's getting there anyway.
That's
you know
what I
what
was
I mean?
saying.
Like,
I was gonna say
that's
she got there a little quicker.
That's where she is now. Yeah,
Yeah.
She knew what she wanted. She came forward, and she's there.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I'm hoping she gets Roxy.
Yes, I would love
I
that.
really am.
Amazing.
I'm hoping she gets that. Yeah.
But what did you think of the dance? What did you think of the dance?
I honestly think that if they performed that, they wouldn't have won, but I would have assumed that they should have won.
I need people.
If they had performed it in the first one.
I need people to stop saying, "Oh, if they were in the finale and put on that performance, they would have won." It doesn't matter how.
I don't think they would have won.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I
how
don't think
the
they would
dance
have
went.
won. I would have, but they would have They should have won if they performed that, and you
100%.
just went off based off the freestyle. That freestyle was the best.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me with Dancing with the Stars at the end, it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter who has the best dance. It's whoever people like the best. But I think if she performed that, she would have had the best freestyle for sure.
Yeah,
and this is what
that's
I mean. And this is what I mean about Mark Ballas. He is such a great storyteller with his choreography. And it's a shame that, like, we couldn't see that, on the finale. But
Right.
I don't know if the production would have been the same.
It probably wouldn't have. It probably
Which
wouldn't
is
have.
whatever.
And think about it. They got to do it over and over to make it perfect.
Yeah.
Whereas the people on the show only got one dance. You know what I mean?
It's only like, it goes back and forth. People are saying it was edited, it wasn't. Like, I mean, those things could be tearaway things. Actually, no,
That's true.
because her hands were covered. I don't know. It's hard to say. But yeah, I don't think the production would have been the same. But nonetheless, like...
They still would have had a mirror, which is what I think was the best part. You know what I mean? Because if you thought about it, everybody had like a prop. So they would have been able to have the mirror there.
Yeah. And while I don't love Alex Cooper, I do really think it's important to emphasize how social media, like the negativity, especially on TikTok. I mean, we're a small podcast and we get hate. Like, and I feel like people just like comment on posts to argue even when we have the same thoughts. Like, we literally just experienced that. Also with Dancing with the Stars, I'm like,
Right.
are you going to argue over a celebrity dance show? Like, get over yourself.
And
It's like
and this is our
lighthearted.
opinion. You don't have to agree with us. This is just
Exactly.
our thoughts. You don't have to
Exactly.
like them. Oh, I do have
Yeah.
to say something that we did miss in the catch up, which was Dancing with the Stars related, was when Kool and the Gang performed, and I was like, oh, they sound so much better
Yeah, at the
at
Thanksgiving
the
Day parade.
Thanksgiving Day parade. And you're like, oh, because that's pre-recorded.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
Yeah.
sounded good.
Yeah, sounded good. But yeah,
They made
no,
up for it, but
it was a great freestyle dance, and a lot of people are like,
it was.
let it go. You were eliminated. How embarrassing. And I don't think that's personally, I don't think that's the case. I think if Whitney wants to dance, let her freaking dance. She's so good
And
at
we
it. Who
all
doesn't want to
wanted
see
it.
her
There were
dance?
a lot of people who wanted to
Yes.
see, even people who weren't fans of Whitney, people who were just fans of Mark's,
Yeah.
were talking about how they felt like they got gypped from Mark's freestyle. So we got to see
Absolutely.
it. And apparently Val and Olivia Jade did it after they got eliminated too. They did their finale
I didn't know
on
that.
her podcast. Yeah, I read that. I don't know
Olivia
how true it
Jade
is,
was
but-
actually she was a really good dancer, and she only got eliminated too because, with the whole school scandal that people didn't like her, but she's one that was eliminated way too early. She was a really good dancer. I watched that season. She
So apparently they did
really
a freestyle and they performed, they showed it at the end
gonna
because
have
I
to
guess
go
she has a
watch.
podcast. I didn't
Yeah.
watch it, but it was her and Val.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch it because I really liked them together. Like she did really well. But let's go on to Dancing with the Stars. We'll keep it super short and simple because, spoiler alert, no spoiler alert, Robert Irwin won, and I called it from week one. That's my winner.
Yes, you did. The discourse around it is crazy.
I know. Like listen,
These Alex Earl fans are crazy. How are you going to say that she's more popular than Robert Irwin? Hey, Robert Irwin, when he was born, it was like front page news.
Yeah, he was
His
born
birth.
famous.
Yeah, like his birth was not that I'm a fan of them, but the prince and princess of England wished him luck. Like that's how famous this boy is. We cannot sit up here and say that because, like I said, Alex Earl did great.
Absolutely.
Like she did wonderful, but she was not getting picked over
Yeah. But
the child that we all watched.
Yeah. But she was very close because they said it was the tightest gap they've ever had. And she should, it was funny because I saw a lot of people say this too. It's like, I'm not going to be sad. Like, I'm happy that Robert won, but I'm kind of sad that Alex did because I really do think that, she should be super proud of herself. And it looks like she is from social media. Like, she's like, I did it. And it is what it is. But yeah, Robert I thought was great. And I think, I feel like it's also harder for a guy to win this show because you need a lot of, personality and the stuff to kind of make it about you because as we know with Dylan and Daniela, all you do is a Daniela because she's such an amazing dancer and the girl just does so much. And I feel like that's how it is with Alex. Not discrediting her. She did great. But with Robert, it was just, he was so likable. He did so well. He was fun to watch. Yeah, it was just great.
Yeah. So what did you think? Let's try to do it. Let's not do it by round. Let's just do the couple and then the round, with the couple. So Val and Alex, they did the samba first. What did you think of that?
Yeah. I thought it was good. It wasn't anything crazy for me. The relay, I was pretty impressed. I was pretty impressed by all of their relays. To be able to do that is impressive. And you don't even know. And then with their finale, yeah, I liked their freestyle too. Mm-hmm. I did know that it was going to be Man Eater and Sports Car by Tate McRae. And I wish it was a little more Sports Car. It was just 10 seconds of Sports Car and that's it.
Right.
But other than that, I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought the samba was good. I thought she really looked, I have to say, remember I told you I felt that she was devoid of personality. Yes. She really had a great personality. She looked like she was super taking in the moment, enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
She looked so relaxed, but she seemed like she was having so much fun. And I was so happy. Like I said, I thought she did great in the samba. I thought the cha-cha was good. I thought that the cha-cha and the samba kind of looked the same when they were doing it. I was this kind of looks the same, but she did good. And then I really thought that the freestyle was very good. It's with most of their dances. it really throws me off when there's a whole bunch of people there.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, that's a lot of people, but I thought she did great. I liked when she, like, went up and she performed on the bars. I thought that was a good part. I really liked it. I thought that they deserved all of their scores.
Yeah, agreed. Who's the next couple?
Dylan and Daniela.
Yeah. The first one, like, I honestly don't remember it. I don't know. I just, like, kind of was... I can't believe he made it into the finale. All I remember is that he got a foxtrot for his relay. And again, I thought it was like, I'm impressed that they remembered all of this. But the freestyle was not what I thought it was going to be, but I thought it was good nonetheless. I mean, like, the rain was cool, but it was a little underwhelming.
Yeah. So the Paso Doble, I thought he just looked so stiff and he just walks.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, I don't think he deserved a 10. Like, I thought he should have across the board been 9s for the first one. The second, I actually thought his second dance was better than his first. I feel like the
relay was good.
I think he actually danced in the relay. So I was like, oh, okay. And then, I was underwhelmed by their...
I mean, the rain was cool, but like...
It was cool, but that was it. Again, I think there were times where I had to rewind it because I was watching Danielle.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Daniela. But I was like, I forgot about him. You know what I mean? I was like, okay. And then after that was Elaine and Alan.
Okay. Yeah.
I did put a comment because you know how like after the dances they had like the people who got kicked out.
Oh, yes. Hilaria.
And no, that freaked me out. But I was watching Baron and Britt, and I think that if Baron had more people, he would have done very well.
I agree.
Because I was watching him dance, and I was like, if he made it further, he probably would have done pretty good. Because he looked like he was moving and he was on beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Scott was still off beat. I was like, dude, let's give him something where he just stands there and twist you around or something. So Elaine and Alan. So their first one was a rumba. Is it just me? I just thought she looks younger every episode. I was happy that they got a 30. Their quick step, I loved it. I didn't see the issue that Derek said he saw, and the fact that they got a 27 pissed me off because I was like, their quick step was times better than Daniela and Dylan's Paso Doble, and they got a lower score. Very upset at that. And I thought their freestyle was very good. It was very good. I liked it. It wasn't what I expected. Like, I feel like everybody's was like super dramatic, and theirs was like fun and free and like old school. I liked it.
I really liked her. So let's do Jordan Ezra next because I have to say, Elaine's freestyle was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah. I just
Jordan
thought
and Ezra's was my favorite.
I know you're gonna say that.
I thought theirs was the best of the whole night. I really did. I thought theirs was the best. I'll
comment on it to the next one, but my favorite of the night was Elaine's.
I could see that though because it was fun. I mean, hers was fun. I thought it was fun,
and I love the storytelling. I mean, I loved Robert's too, honestly, and Alex's. I didn't really like Dylan's, but I liked all of them. But Elaine's had that wow factor, like Jordan did. So let's move on to Jordan real quick.
Okay. Jordan and
Ezra.
Yeah, there they go. They did the Paso Doble. I thought that was great. I was really shocked again. Well, they got 29, so that wasn't that bad. I thought that was her best dance, like so far. Like,
agreed.
Of the whole season, that Paso Doble was her best dance. I thought she killed it. I thought her relay, I thought it was great. I thought she did good on the relay.
She did really well. She said she wanted to do it again. She did so well.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. She did so good. Yeah. So I was happy about that. And her freestyle I thought was great. Like I don't understand. Like, the freestyle is, from what I know, because again, this is my first time watching it, so I don't put that out there. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking. But I love that Normani came out and danced with her. Like, it didn't have to be Ezra. I love that Ezra let her get her shine and do what she wanted to do. I thought it was awesome, and it really pissed me off that people are like, she was twerking. Whitney twerked in every fucking dance that she did this season. So let's not get mad right now that she twerked on the fence for 2 seconds. Get over it.
Okay, so I didn't really like Jordan's because I thought it wasn't her strong suit as a dancer. I thought the choreography was wonderful, But when I saw Normani do the same choreography, Normani looked
that was rough.
10 times better.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, ooh, this is like, I loved seeing Normani. I love Normani. And seeing Jordan and Normani do the same thing, it's like,
that was the downfall. Like I said, I love the dance, but I can see that because Normani. But then again, like if you think about it, right? If Jordan was next to her, Jordan would kill her. I mean, not Jordan. I'm sorry, Ezra. If Ezra was next to her, Ezra would kill her.
Yeah, but it's like it's different because it's like that's what the guys roll in the dance. I don't know.
That's true.
I just thought Normani's fluidity of the moves were so much better, and even with the background dancers. I thought that when you saw Jordan, I mean, Jordan, if you stand alone, she did well, but when you saw like what other dancers looked like and how the moves are actually supposed to look, it looked a lot better on the other dancers and Normani. Like Normani is just such a great dancer. I mean, I'm pretty sure she was runner-up over a season.
Yeah,
like she was wonderful. But yeah, I had no issue with the twerking on the fence. Like it is what it is. Like that's, I mean,
I'm like, let's not do that because Whitney did it every dance. Even in Hamilton, she twerked, and I'm like, and and I didn't have a problem with her doing it at all.
No,
like,
no, me either.
But
that was my only thing. I just, while I thought her freestyle was great, like choreography wise, I just thought she didn't do it as well as it could be done, and that's probably because I saw Normani do it and she did it a lot better.
Right. Yeah, I get that. I do have to say, again, with the group, on still spinning Jen around. I was like, put her on the ground.
I know, put her down. Put her down. Oh my God. Put that postpartum woman down. Holy, I know.
Like, I was like, he's still doing it.
I hope
put her down.
I saw Jen did a little dancing video with Ezra today, and they were like, oh my God, this is the most Jen's danced than her, like, more than her season.
She should have been with, I think she would have done better with Ezra. I mean, I think she would have done great with Ezra, except I wouldn't want Jordan with Jan either.
Jan, I honestly think she was supposed to be with Ezra, because I watched an interview where Ezra didn't know that he wasn't supposed to be with Jordan originally, so I think he was supposed to be with Jen. But yeah, put that woman down, Jan. Stop flipping her. Like, Jen is like, I never want to be flipped again.
I know, as I'm watching it, I was like, put her down. Jan, put her down.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so then Robert and Whitney.
Yes.
Again, we all knew Robert was going to win because, like I said, he's America's child.
Yes.
So I struggled with it. So I started talking about the dad again, got everybody teary-eyed, and I was like, okay, can he just have his moment without, like, family? Like, just let him do him. You know what I mean? Like, let him. I know it is him, but it's like, let him shine. You know what I mean? Like, they talk about Bindi, and and I'm like, let him do this. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to kill it. I was shocked that they gave him a 29. I felt that he missed the jump a little bit. Like, I felt like it was, like, off a little bit in his first dance. They did the, I don't know what they did.
I don't remember what they did.
Quick step. They did a quick step.
Yes.
And I thought he missed it, but I don't know. They didn't see that, but they gave him a 29. Then on the
relay.
I thought he messed up. He should not have gotten a 30. He should not have gotten a 30. He's going to win anyway. You could have given him a 26 or a 29. So but he messed up. And not one person caught it. Like you said, oh, Jordan's little quick step, she messed up right in front of the desk. Nobody saw that, but we all watched Robert mess up. And then Whitney came out and said it wasn't Robert that messed up, it was her that messed up. And so he had to stop. So again, they messed up. So 30 should not. I was like, absolutely not. And then their freestyle I thought was good. Like, I'm going to be honest, there was nothing exciting about the freestyle, I thought. Like, it was good. He had a good personality. It was, like, fun. But
there wasn't a story there, like, how Elaine's was. That's why I liked Elaine's. Right. Like, you know, like, I like the storytelling. Like, none of them really had any storytelling except Elaine. And that's why I loved Whitney's. And then, I'm going to be honest, the rib thing
bothered me.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me his ribs hurt, and then his first dance, he, like, does, like, a front, like, jump where he gets... I'm like, sir, do your ribs really hurt? Like, shh. We don't need any pain to go with... You know what I mean? Like, I was like, ugh, okay. But, like I said, we knew he was going to win because, you know, because we love him. And then the other thing was... again, where the fuck did they put, like, Bindi came out with a mirror ball too, and I was like, you just bring that with you? Like, let him have his moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is not about you. You won already. Like, let him
but I
have his
think
moment.
he wants it.
I know that they're a close family. I know they are.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. It was kind of like the same way that I felt with, like, I felt bad for Dylan because, like, everybody was like, oh, there's Zach. Oh, there's Zach. Oh, there's Zach. And it's like, okay, but he's Dylan. You know what I mean?
And when they did their, like, hey, like, you know, when they did their little, like, good luck, bud, you know, like, before they announced the winner, I was like, Zach couldn't record a message to his own brother. Right. He didn't have a message.
But he probably didn't want to because he doesn't want to take the focus. Yeah, but it's not about you. It's about Dylan.
Well, Dylan could have won maybe if he had more votes with his brother there.
The fact that Dylan made it further than Elaine pissed me off.
I totally agree. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Elaine was gonna place third. I thought it was gonna go Dylan, Jordan, Elaine, Alex, Robert, and the last.
That's how I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that Elaine was last. I'm shocked.
It pissed me off that Elaine was last because
she didn't deserve
Elaine
that.
worked harder, 10 times harder than Dylan the whole time, I think. And when I say harder, that doesn't mean, I don't know that she worked harder than Dylan, but to me, her dances, we hold the women higher.
Significantly.
We hold the women higher because I feel that they do more. Dylan walked for most of his dances. It wasn't until the last episode that he actually danced. Mm-hmm. It was just him walking and Daniela flipping around him and doing all that good stuff and cool stuff. You know what I mean? He won because of Daniela. Mm-hmm. But
100%.
But there was no way that he put in the same amount of time and effort and just, you know what I mean? Or maybe, I mean, he did, but she just worked super hard. Yeah, it didn't show.
It did. He had no growth, really, is what it came down to, and Elaine did.
Right.
100%. Yeah. I mean, personally, I'm happy with the results. I thought it was good. I mean, some people are like, oh, like, it's rigged because, like, and Alex was robbed. And while I think Alex did great and, like, it really could have gone either way. I wouldn't have been upset if she won. But I don't think she was robbed. Robert deserved it as well. Like, two things could be true. Robert deserved to win, and Alex also, like, did extremely well. She wasn't robbed. Like, I hate that narrative. Like,
right.
Like I said, two things could be true. So,
right.
Again, like, it's really, at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's serious it's, like, really not even that serious for them. At the end of the day, they get paid. They get their money.
Right. They got paid.
That's what's important here, right?
They're getting brand deals and stuff like that.
Exactly. They're getting their face out there, likability and things like that. It's just, they're all good, you know. Like, it's.
But
really
I do
not
have to
that
say
big
that they are saying that, and this is something like fans also need to think about, just in general. When fans like attack people, it makes people look at the people who they're fans of in a negative way as well. You know what I mean?
True. Like Selena Gomez. Like, everybody hates Selena Gomez because her fans are so, like, toxic.
Same with Taylor Swift. She is crazy. And the Beehive, like, some of their fans are psycho. And Nicki Minaj's fans, like, they make you dislike the people. And it's like, don't do that to your brand, you know. And again, it's Steve Irwin's son. Like,
yeah, I honestly
these
feel
young
like
people who do or watching Alex Earl, they might not know who Steve Irwin is, but he was a national treasure, and we love him, and this is his child. Like, you might not know, you know, where he comes from, and everything that family. I hate to say it like this. Alex Earl does some nice stuff, but the Irwins are keeping
Australia's zoo going,
but they're also keeping animals going. Like, they take care of extinct animals and get them back up and put them back out. So, like, they are doing work, you know what I mean? Alex Earl, I know she helps the homeless and she does stuff like that, but she's a rich girl from New Jersey who does Get Ready With Me. You know what I mean? Not as impactful as what the Irwins do.
Yeah. And like I said, I would have been happy with either or winning, but I hate the negativity that, like, oh, Alex was robbed, and it's just like a bad look for her fans. And it's like, honestly, I feel like Dancing with the Stars fans are getting so negative. Like, the comments we heard about what they said to, like, Mark Ballas on the Call Her Daddy podcast, like, how everybody wanted Andy out or Andy in, voted Whitney off, like, just all these things, it's like, just enjoy the ride, guys. And I know we talked about it, and sometimes we're like, ugh, like even with Dylan or whatever, but it's like, it's honestly at the end of the day, it's not that serious. Like I said, they all got paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, they're good.
They're richer than you that is typing on the internet. So please.
Yeah.
Their pockets aren't hurt. They're not. There's nothing wrong with that.
So for next season, guys, all the Dancing with the Stars fan, let's keep it like light-hearted and enjoy ourselves.
Gonna be honest, I don't know that I'm watching next season.
I knew you were gonna say that. Well, this is to the audience, because especially on TikTok, they're like beasts. So
yeah, it was crazy, and it was crazy. Question for you: I did not know that people were saying that Alex Cooper was like doing Alex Earl dirty by interviewing Whitney.
Yeah, that's what they said, because it's like a
she used to be on Call Her Daddy?
No, she used to be signed to the Unwell Network, and she had a podcast under Alex's umbrella. And then there was like apparently some beef, and then they stopped her podcast. She's no longer under there, and they like just don't talk anymore. And literally, it's like nobody knows why. So we don't know. Okay. But they apparently, it's like a lot of people obviously thought Alex was gonna win. So they interviewed Whitney and dropped it literally the next day after the finale. And it was like, a lot of people had a lot of things to say about it, because it was like, oh, that's kind of rude. You're taking away from the winner. Hence, she thought it, like Alex Cooper thought it was going to be Alex Earl.
Okay.
So, that makes sense. But a lot of people are saying it was like disrespectful to the winner, because like it's their moment. What do you think about that?
I'm gonna be honest, probably not, only because Robert Irwin would never go and Call Her Daddy. You know what I mean? Like it didn't affect his. I don't think his fan base was listening to Call. You know what I mean? Like I think if Alex Earl would have won, then maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't really, I mean, like I said, I was happy that we got to see the dance. I was really hoping that Whitney was going to say that she was going to be on Broadway. Like, I really thought, I was hoping that was the announcement.
Well, apparently she's making an announcement tomorrow, Monday.
Is she making something?
Hopefully. Yeah. She said that, something's coming into the works in regards to like a dance that her and Mark did. I don't know. We'll find out soon. So.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for it.
But like I said, at the end of it, I'm happy that Robert won. Called it from week one.
I'm happy that one of my group people stayed in the.
I know. Yes, I won the draft.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I'm shocked that Dylan made it that far, and I'm shocked that Whitney didn't get in there. But yeah, I'm happy that Jordan kept you strong.
Yeah,
so that
me too.
is.
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
And she placed third. So
and she placed third.
So there we go.
Yeah, you get a medal. Okay. So that is the end of our episode. Thank you for listening, and we will talk to you next time.
Okay, bye.